Hello, I'm Elsie and I'm an alcoholic. What happens at Alcoholics Anonymous meetings and what are they like? There are about 90 meetings each week in East London. They're in a range of locations like church halls, community centres and places just like this. They aren't fancy, they don't need to be. To find a meeting, you can go on the website, there's also an app, or just phone us. If you arrive early, you will normally see some of us chatting outside, ready to welcome you in. Someone will make you a cup of tea or a coffee and hopefully have some biscuits. There are a few different types of meetings, but most follow the same format and are about 90 minutes long. Every meeting has a secretary. They start and close the meeting and introduce the speakers. Everyone at the meeting, including the secretary, is an alcoholic in recovery. Some of them might have multiple years of sobriety, but others will be in their very early days, weeks, or even trying their first meeting, just like you. Most meetings start with a couple of readings. This takes about 5 minutes. Then there is a main speaker. We call them the chair. They have a good amount of sober time under their belt and are chosen by the secretary to speak to everyone for about 20 to 30 minutes. They share their experience, strength and hope. That means what their lives were like when they were still drinking, how they came to terms with their drinking, and how their lives have changed into what they have now. Then, for the rest of the meeting, everyone has a chance to share back to the group. It might be that something the chair said brought up some memories or some emotions. Sometimes people share about their experiences and similarities between their life and the chair's. Sometimes people have just had a hard day and need to vent, release their frustration or get something off their chest. If you were shy, don't worry. You don't have to speak if you don't want to. Just listen for a while. Try to focus on the similarities, not the differences. Everyone has a different story, but we're all here for the same reason. At the end of the meeting, there are another couple of readings before everyone packs up. But don't run off too quickly. Most of us stick around and chat for a while. Feel free to speak to anyone about anything if you want to know more. We all know that the most important person in the room is the new starter because they are the one that needs the help the most, and we want them to feel welcome. If you didn't really like the meeting or couldn't relate to what people said, you can always try a different one. Each meeting has a slightly different feel. They have a different set of members with different backgrounds, different experiences, so you can hear different stories. There are so many to choose from, it's worth trying a few, even if you love the first one you went to. No matter what meeting you choose, if you keep an open mind, you will see the similarities and learn to relate to these people. You might find people who have been through similar, if not the same situations as you. But at the end of the day, we have all had the same struggle with alcohol. We've all been beaten by alcohol. And we have all learned to fight back and overcome alcohol. These meetings are full of people that have taken back control of their lives. We keep coming back to the meetings so that we can share what we have learned with people who are still struggling, just like you. Everyone is nervous about coming to their first meeting, but you don't need to be. Even if you don't like it and never come back, the least you'll get is a good cup of tea.